Tony, what's the situation on your sleep, my guy? Like, what's
you're just like,
bro is fucking firing off barely. Seriously,
no, you're just gone.
I flew to Denver last Friday night, and I've been there since, what would be Saturday night, which was yesterday, or 2 days ago if you're listening to this on Monday. But for the first few days, I stayed at my buddy's place, and he just had this futon, and it was not very comfortable. So I got pretty bad sleep 3-4 days in a row. And then, we went to this cabin in Estes Park.
Sorry,
what?
Back up. 3-4 days in a row. I thought you just flew there last Friday.
Yeah.
So not the most recent Friday.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, 2
4th of
Fridays
July
ago.
weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 4 days, and the rest of the time I was at this cabin in Estes Park, which is like an hour and a half north of Denver, and that's where the wedding was that I went to.
Gotcha.
And that was on Thursday, I believe, at like 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. So I had to get up early for that,
Naturally.
And then I was up,
An 8 a.m. wedding is crazy.
It was like a sunrise wedding sort of thing. It was like in this amphitheater in Estes Park or in the
So
Rocky
people
Mountain
were
National
blacked
Park.
out by noon at that shit?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a rough day. Like,
Makes no sense.
We went to the reception afterwards, and they had a bunch of wine there. And then we went to a bar after that, and then we went back to the cabin and drank, and there was a few nights of that, and we went on a fucking hike too, like a 5-mile hike. That shit was exhausting, like really high elevation change. So that was brutal. Went to
get you.
Yeah. Went to Meow Wolf though.
Yeah.
Consumed the Goobertons. And
wow, so you went mobile. We're going mobile.
Mobile
only
Gooberton.
I only took a half tab that day, but it was still like
nice time.
Were you on the goobers that were like 5Xers?
I think so. Like they looked like the orange goobers.
Because you were telling me
green.
your friend took a quarter of these and it was like they were on 3 tabs or some shit.
So I was wrong. She took half of one.
And
it was like,
the equivalent of what we took.
A full tab. Like,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It lasted 14 hours.
So
later.
these were the orange boys.
They were green. They were the ones that she had done.
But they were the same shape. Pyramid shaped?
Yes.
We need these. We need
octagonal.
these.
We need these.
Yeah.
We need to receive these.
I have locked them down. So
you've locked them down?
Yes. I don't have them in my possession right now, but they are locked down and we're coming to Houston.
We should figure out by the end of the summer, we should figure out my PTO days and shit. Because it sounds like because of this project that I got in Texas, which I'm not going to talk about in detail yet. It sounds like that in August, that's going to take up, along with the shit I had to use, the PTO I had to use for the premiere and other sick days. I probably won't have a lot of days in Christmas, but I should be straight for a couple. So we'll have to figure out how we want to do the Airbnb. I feel like we want to get at least just one solid day. Yeah. If not two. Yeah. One solid day. We should stick to the plan this time. One solid day, take all of it, no half measures, and then the next day, a bush recovery session.
Indeed. And then we head out the next day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll have to figure out these plans. But how was it, Meow Wolf? Before you say that, I saw an unfortunate post on Twitter that like an indigenous woman had her reservation card as ID there, and they like turned her down and stole the card, and they were really racist to her, unfortunately.
Ooh. Yikes.
Which makes sense because it is literally a business on just vibes for white people to go do drugs at.
Yeah. If your primary like platform is vibing, you can't really be vibe checking that hard.
Right. But tell us, how did it go?
It was cool. Yeah. I mean, there was like, 30, 40 different like areas, little rooms or like bigger rooms or little rooms coming off of bigger rooms. And they all had completely different, like trippy ass shit in them. Like there was one room where it was like this big box in the center, and there were screens on all 4 sides of it. I took a video of it actually, and you can you put your hands on it, and you're like controlling like music kind of stuff. Wow. There's some vigi-stimmy happening on the screen. Yeah, and so
that's really what they're. That's really the business they're in, the vigi-stimmy enterprises. It sounds.
They really are. Yeah, I mean they nailed it too because I mean. I don't know. There was like this music room where it was like all this like garbage on the wall, but then there was like these piano and drums that were playing themselves, and that was really trippy.
They were playing themselves.
Yeah,
never like, play yourself, dude.
Yeah, they were. Wow. And it was like creepy, but kind of cool. Like, trying to think what else there was.
Was that the one where they had the fucking like fake store, the fake grocery store?
I didn't see that. So
that's another one I've seen online. Is there's a Meow Wolf where you go in and it's like a fake grocery store where it's like you can buy anything, but it's all fake, weird plush toy shit.
Yeah. No, my buddy was telling me about that before we went, and now I'm just realizing we never saw that. So I think it's probably at a different one. But it sounded like he said he'd been to that, which is the one in Denver. I don't know. It was really big. We were there for 3 hours. So, there was like a whole ass cave section with like these alien-ass like animals just everywhere.
Holy shit!
That was incredibly trippy.
That was incredibly trippy.
It was incredibly trippy for sure.
It was trippy and dippy, if I had to say. I'm trying to think. So was that just one day you did that, or how many days were you on the goobs?
That was just the one day.
Nice.
Got it. Yeah. Got it. So you were just drinking heavily. Apart from that.
Yeah. Very clean.
Yeah, I was blasted most
yeah.
of the time. So what time did you get in last night? 1 a.m. you said?
At 1:30. 1. Yeah. Okay. Got back home at 2.
So it's 10:20 right now. So you've been sleeping since so you've been calling it close.
Yeah, I got a good night's sleep in, and I slept on the plane actually pretty well.
Tired guy.
So faded.
Yeah, you don't seem too out of it, to be honest.
No, I mean, I drank. I also drank a hydration packet last night and one just before this. I think that's going a long way. Yeah.
Love the Drake packets. They're fire.
That's our guy right there.
Necessary. Yeah.
The
but I am pretty out of it, if you can't tell.
And do you have anything going on today? Because the viewers at home who don't know, on the day of recording, which is July 10th, it is Tony's 27th birthday. Wow.
Yeah, no plans for today. I was going to be in Colorado, but I came back a day early because I was like, I don't want to get back at 1 a.m. on a Monday.
Oof. Yeah.
That was what I was originally going to do. Yeah, it was a bad idea. So I switched it. It's like $40 upcharge, but I was like, this is worth it.
That's not too bad.
That makes sense.
And then, but on the last day, though, so Saturday, my flight was 9:30 p.m., I think. So I went to hang out with my buddy Sean, who lives in downtown Denver. Really cool, like, apartment on the ground floor. And we just, like, chilled in there, and then we just started drinking, and we went to, like, a pool party. And I probably took, like, 8 swigs of tequila. Like,
oh, wow.
He brought a bottle, you know.
I can't
had
do
a few seltzers.
I can't do alcohol anymore, man. Just like the fucking, just the bogatry, just how it bogs you down.
Oh yeah, no,
it bogs so hard.
It was crazy going to the airport, just absolutely hammered.
Last night
with no phone.
Oh my god, just sitting for hours, blasted with no phone.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened to your phone? You dropped it in the pool on accident?
I accidentally sat in the pool with it. Then got out. Like,
you must have been fucked up.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, no. Does anyone have any rice? And they're like, no.
I did. I put it in his rice, and it did not work.
Yeah. Once it's been submerged into the depths.
I've saved it from that before, back in college. Different phone though. This one's like cracked.
So get us up to speed. Sorry, folks, I'm yawning. When were you on the show last? Was it?
I just missed last episode.
But I don't think you were on the one before that. Were you? Or maybe I'm tripping.
I think you're tripping, bro.
Maybe I'm tripping.
Maybe I am tripping. Okay. So it's been a minute.
I might be tripping. Yeah, no, it was just last week, and then I missed 2 other ones because what you were saying is I went to the bachelor party, which was the first weekend of June.
And was that also in Colorado?
No, that was in the Ozarks.
That was what?
In the Ozarks.
Oh, the Ozarks.
Took some mushies, went on the boat.
Yeah. Dude, by the time we hang out, I'll have been sober for so long and like not even on psychedelis. And it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit hard.
Mr. Sobington.
What did I do the week after that?
Dog, I just found these pictures of a pugweiler. It's the greatest. It's the greatest thing ever.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, check my Twitter right now. We'll have to put these in the pod. This is amazing. I don't even know if they're real or not, but it's the best thing I've ever seen. It's just a tiny.
I'm seeing the one you sent earlier. It was, dude's number 69 on a team called the Gobblers. this was my
no, but like my Twitter, my timeline right now. The pugweiler.
That thing is ugly as fuck.
Yeah, it's great.
It looks like its mouth got chopped off. That's crazy.
Dude.
That thing will bite the fuck out of you.
But I can't tell if it's like pug sized or Rottweiler sized.
It's definitely pug sized by the looks of it. It does not look Rottweiler sized. That would be fucked up.
Yeah, that'd be a monstrosity, honestly. A giant Rottweiler with a pug face. Like pug faces weren't meant to be like Rottweiler scale.
No, yeah, this is definitely a little guy.
This is for sure a small man.
I'm almost positive this is.
Hey, Tony, shut the fuck up real quick.
It's my birthday, dude.
I'm sorry. Shut up. I'm sorry.
Hey, I got it last week, so we gotta.
You're right.
Pull it back. Yeah.
I forgot something.
What'd you forget? What is that?
Tell me about it.
Introduce the podcast. It is, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentle-thems, it is Monday. Unfortunately, July 11th, 2022. But hey, we are here. All 3 of us, the original roster, are back to start your week off right with another episode of Woken Boke. This is episode 147 to be quite exact. I am one of your 3 hosts, Connor Boyd. You may know me as Moschino Dorito on TikTok, as well as my Instagram and Twitter, perhaps, which are the same handle. You may know me as Connor from Jaded Forum, perhaps. I am joined, as always, by my 2 longest, most lifelong best friends in general, and also my best friends from the great gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri, where we are all from. First,
it's true.
And foremost, we have the maniacal, the monstrosity, the metalhead, Max motherfucking Sansa, joining us on the show today. Max, can we see a quick glimpse of the new top?
Sure.
How's it feeling? Is it hurting?
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah. You got it on the, what is it called? The cave of your elbow? The ditch of your elbow.
Ooh.
It is a Sekiro tattoo.
But luckily it's just both done. So it's
you're just slobbed out on your right side. You got a full sleeve.
I just got to get this little guy right here done, and then it will make sense. And then this, actually, too. And then
you're just fucking...
fuck all of this.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
All of that. That sucks.
You're not going to do that?
This was worse right here than like this in here. That's how
crazy.
Fucked it is right here.
How much do tattoos hurt?
They hurt, for sure.
Okay, got it.
They think about a needle being dragged across your skin. They hurt about that much. Okay. Yeah, that's how much they hurt. And it's that the whole time.
Phenomenally painful. They hurt a lot, folks. Well, it looks sick. Max and I,
cream helps.
Max and I, we're gonna get into it. Max and I hung out for like 12 hours yesterday on Discord.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which was fun.
Just kind of hung out.
Also joining us is the man with the fewest hours of sleep out of all of us.
Facts.
The jet setter of the American Midwest. We have the one, the only, the Tony Hair Up joining us on the show today, and it is his motherfucking birthday. Tony, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good.
Nice.
Very
Love
cool.
it.
I'm good.
Thank you for joining us, man.
Okay.
My man.
Look, this is a little teeny tiny passionate show about friendship. All right.
Hanging out.
We got 700 subs. You know, we've been doing this for damn near 3 years. We do this for the love because we're three buddies. And if you're a diehard out there, tap in. You know what I mean? We're gonna build this ish in the future into something a little bit more. But in the meantime, we just look forward to every week, you know, getting together to catch up on what we've been watching, what games we've been playing, how our lives have been, what music we've been listening to, maybe some current events. Maybe we talk about emails you guys have sent, perhaps. Maybe.
Else?
So, you know, if you enjoy this, if you enjoy being a fly on the wall for our little catch-ups here, we love that as much as we love, you know, just kind of being buddies and doing this little show. I liken it to it's almost like an indie band or something that just like keeps putting out albums.
Yeah.
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 Sick, you know.
Keeps putting out bangers.
Just keep. I mean, put out. Frankly, we're underrated, and it's like it's almost underground at this point when you think about it. It's like an underground podcast.
Yeah,
Gotta
we're
be
in the
cool enough to know
circuit.
about it.
We're in the underground podcast circuit. When you think about, I mean, who's made a podcast with 147 episodes that has less than 1,000 subscribers? That's called the love of the game. Is what I call that.
We play the game.
Yeah, if you want to, you know, join us, we do this every week religiously. We really look forward to it. So subscribe to us on YouTube. You can follow us on Spotify if you're not already doing so. And you won't miss a single episode if you follow us in either of those respects. You can also join our Discord where there's a bunch of Woke and Boke fans. There's like 200 and damn near 250 people on that Discord that all listen to the show and hang out.
Chillers, all of them.
Go check that out if you want. You can also follow us on Twitter at wokenbokepod and Instagram at wokenbokepodcast. And we typically update y'all when the podcast drops there. Not as much, but the YouTube and Spotify are definitely the best places to be on. And then you can also reach out to our Gmail, which we do have. We have a lot of emails, about 8, in fact, a backlog. wokenbokepodcast@gmail.com, and you can send us your questions, your comments, your suggestions, and we will read them on the show. And as I said, links to all these are listed in the show description. Fellas, we're here. We're out here. What should we get into first? I mean, how
about the God particle?
The God part, yeah. Break that down for us, Max.
I
you
don't
were
know.
saying, oh, okay.
I'm not that well versed on it.
I don't know.
CERN is a big meme right now.
Could not tell you a single thing about it.
The Hadron Collider is just a big, like there's a conspiracy theory that we're in a dark timeline right now, and I love the CERN jokes. It's because they activated CERN.
I am
Is that the shit that all started when Harambe died?
Yes.
That's when the timeline split off?
Uh-huh.
That
CERN
does seem to
activation.
be, I looked up CERN conspiracy, and every single link is from some website I've never seen. Mike.com says, people think scientists are opening hell portals with this particle collider. Their large hadron collider is back online, and the conspiracy theorists are worried it will invite all sorts of interdimensional evils into our world. After a 3-year hiatus for repairs and upgrades, the Large Hadron Collider, operated by the European Organization Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, is back online. Scientists operating the world's largest particle collider are once again searching for the existence of the fundamental particles known as the Higgs boson, which appeared after the Big Bang, or at least that's what they want you to believe. You see, while scientists claim to be researching the origins of the universe and have produced a massive amount of research and scholarship to back this up, the truth tellers on Twitter know better. The Large Hadron Collider is no tool for understanding our own existence. It is instead a tool to usher in the apocalypse and open a portal to hell. All of this was foretold by the ancient and predictive scroll known as Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Look, parsing this is an exercise in futility because the theories that people have cooked up about CERN's particle collider are certified bonkers, but there is a surprisingly not so small contingent of internet sleuths who are pretty sure they've discovered the true purpose of the machine, and we shouldn't ignore the fact that these people exist. Deciding which collider conspiracy you'd like to believe is a bit of a choose-your-own-adventure book. Would you like some faith and religion sprinkled in there? Try CERN is summoning the devil on for size. The evidence, CERN has 666 in its logo, and the collider's loop is 16.6 miles in circumference, which is apparently close enough to the devil's number to count. In this telling of the story, CERN is opening a portal to hell under the Earth's surface. Maybe you're more into the supernatural, then perhaps the shadow people conspiracy is more your speed. In this explanation, CERN is inviting in shadow people from another dimension. You'll be able to spot these people, amorphous black clouds in the outline of a human, in your peripheral vision. It's unclear what they do other than chill, but it does seem bad to invite interdimensional beings into our plane. Wow. Okay.
Alrighty.
And then some people, it goes on to say that some people are saying Stranger Things is warning us, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, this sounds like some conspiratorial fart that Max picked a whiff up on. I
definitely caught a sniff of it. It was one of those it was definitely one of those classic scrolling through TikTok, get a 42 like video in it, and shit. Then you're just like, wow, this is great. This is real. This is the best thing that anyone's ever seen or made.
Protect your energy.
Yeah, protect your energy. Seriously, be alert. Don't do things that lower your vibration, your energy, or your focus.
No, don't do that.
No.
That's funny. It's also just funny that people can't accept that world bat, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
World bad, yeah, right? There's no like...
World bad, folks.
It has to be aliens.
That's why I hate anytime anyone's like, man, that timeline that we switched off into a parallel. I'm like, no,
something went wrong, and it's like, yeah, we elected Ronald Reagan twice. That's
that's big most of it actually.
It's a big part of it in recent times. Yeah, I saw something that was like, all the stats of like wealth inequality, like when they started skyrocketing, and every single one of them was right after Reagan.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
He was fucking fantastic.
He was chill, actually.
Reagan was actually pretty clean with it.
Actually, it's kind of a chill guy.
Yeah. Didn't know he was chill like that.
It's funny, like how I've had cousins that like genuinely thought Reagan was sick. And there's just many like poli-sci major guys who think Reagan is sick.
I was like, no, he deserved to get blabbed.
Yeah, young John Hinckley.
Yeah, shout out the boy. I hope he gets a band together, man. I hope that he finds everyone he needs. I hope that like his band ends up being like a bunch of like music students that are like in their 20s that just rip, and they're just like, yeah, dude, I want to back John Hinckley's band.
For true.
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
He'll probably get some asses in seats.
For sure.
I want to talk about Doom Eternal first, if y'all are down.
Let's get into it.
So I think we talked about this last episode, didn't we? We talked pretty extensively about how I got back into Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Like I can just tell you I beat the game last night. Beat it yesterday. Played probably 6 hours of it.
Yeah.
Something like that. 6 straight hours, maybe more, 7 or 8. Kind of like got past where I was on the level I was at, and then I like went back to like I played half of 2 or 3 levels just to get the Slayer Gate keys and then unlock the Unmaker. because I was about to do the last level, which turns out to be the last 3 levels, which is crazy. They're like 75% as long as the previous worlds, but there's like 3 of them. And that game gets fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I was also playing it on ultra violence, I think. Yeah. Which at that difficulty, the game is chonky for sure. It just gets fucking nuts towards the end. Yeah, phenomenal.
Yeah, no, the late game shit is fucking insane.
Dude, last night before bed, I was watching an Ultra Nightmare speed run of the game. And they did it in an hour and 45 minutes. A 20-hour Doom campaign in an hour and 45 minutes. No deaths. 100% had got every collectible in an hour and 45. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Doom Eternal speedruns go insane.
Yeah. Dude beat the fucking Icon of Sin in like 4 minutes or less.
Jesus. My favorite one to watch is the Super Gore Nest.
Yeah. Yeah. That one. That one's
clearing
crazy.
that in a minute.
Yeah, it's just absurd. But yeah, Tony, I don't know if you play shooters on mouse and keyboard very often anymore, but that one's worth trying on mouse and keyboard. Yeah. It's very fun. It's easier to be better at it when you're on mouse and keyboard, like because you can press like the flamethrower, the grenade, the melee, the weapon switch, like all that's way more at your fingertips.
Right.
And you got to do that shit all the time in this motherfucking game.
Is it on sale?
How much is it on Steam? Let me look right now.
Last time I checked on sale, it was $30. I don't know if it's on sale though, but it comes with all the DLC and shit. And it's Doom Eternal is
$40 right now. The main game.
Is that with the DLC?
Standard edition is $40. Deluxe edition is $70. So I'm assuming that's with the Ancient Gods, which I caught both of those on some shit. And on sale and yeah, it was lit.
Yeah, because when it goes on sale, it's like $30 for all of it. And
it's crazy.
I'm watching a speed run of Super Gore Nest right now, and he just like tanked a Marauder in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's
fucking
absurd.
Stupid. It's ridiculous. It's amazing, honestly.
Yeah, there's not much to say about that game other than like it's actually way better than the first Doom, 2016 Doom. I can say that for sure.
It's just they've really just gameplay loop, man. You can't fuck with this. Like the gameplay.
Yeah, it's pretty much a perfect game in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, they've kind of, like, you could honestly say they've close to perfected the engine. And it's just like, cool, if you just give me another world, if you take the same exact core game and just put me in another world with like new enemies, that's it. Like that's an entirely new game.
Right.
For me.
Right. It doesn't even have to be hell or anything. It could just be like some crazy other shit.
Exactly. Like it can literally just be like heaven, actually.
Yeah, what if you're
like
killing
you kill God? What if we go kill God?
Angels and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tony, I don't know if you've ever played much of Doom Eternal, but definitely worth picking up. Very fun.
Yeah, my roommate recommends it too, so I do need to get to it eventually.
It's very clean.
Pick it up on sale.
Speaking of games, I am planning on Prime Day, which is a day after this episode releases, buying my 65-inch television for the living room, and I hope to supplement that with a PlayStation 5 somehow.
My man.
And I would like to do that so that I can finish God of War 1 for the PS4 on my PlayStation 5.
Yes.
And then when God of War Ragnarok comes out in November, I can acquire and play that as well.
Play that. Yeah, no, 100%. Because God of War Ragnarok, I'm going back and forth on whether or not I want to actually read up or watch anything on it. Because I just kind of want to keep it as all a surprise. But like, I know what characters I'm getting, and I know, what universe has been established. I just don't know what exactly they're gonna do. So I don't know.
I with God of War 1, where I'm at so far, I'm not like blown away by the games. There's some people that are like, this is the best story game ever made. And I'm just like, I'm not really seeing that yet, but I'll keep going. I want to finish it and really like get good at the game and keep playing. Because it seems just fucking crazy. Because the second one is probably going to be even more insane based on how well God of War 1 did. And yeah, in terms of watching shit or not, I mean, when it comes to that, like, you and I didn't watch any shit for Last of Us 2, and I think that paid off a lot too.
Yeah, no,
Last of Us 2, I was like, let me just play Last of Us 1, and then I'll play Last of Us 2, and that'll fucking
that's why that's what I think it's cool about like those kinds of games. Is God of War is definitely one of those games that I didn't like grow up with. Like, it's not like a formative experience for me. So like, I'm excited for it, but I'm not like rabid. Well,
I mean, I don't think you even have to grow up with the God of War games. It's more just like playing that new God of War 2019 is
sure.
What's crazy.
No, for sure. It's just like games I like that were formative, like Sonic and Kingdom Hearts and shit. Like up to a point, I was just like stoked for those games, and I would read all of it and all this kind of shit. But now it's just like that feeling of like I get excited for them when they actually come out. It's like, oh shit, they came out, right on, let's go. Like, I just don't.
There's basically
don't
no games I get psyched for anymore.
No.
I will be psyched for Modern Warfare 2 and Ragnarok, and I think that's about it.
It's kind of a hack though, because the less you care, the quicker they come out. So hugely so. Just life.
And then you've been playing Mario 3D World?
Yeah, I just got into the post game. That shit's hard. That shit's like getting harder.
Yeah.
But it's fire.
That kid is hard.
That kid is hard. That game is very fun. I like it a lot. Mario 3D World.
And was that the one for the 3DS ported to the Switch, or is it a completely new game?
So the 3DS one was 3D Land.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but like it was like a very similar engine. So 3D World was on Wii U, but like they are functionally very similar games, World and Land.
So Mario 3D World was originally on the Wii U, and then they re-released it with something called Bowser's Fury
on Switch. Correct.
Bowser's
Fury, which uses the same engine, it's just a different game. It's like a little 6-hour rip. It's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Bowser's fucking Fury, dude. He's
Bowser's
furious. Fury. Bowser's fucking pissed off.
Yeah, dude. He's giant.
While on a walk, Mario discovers a mysterious black sludge M resembling Shadow Mario's logo from Super Mario Sunshine in the Mushroom Kingdom. That's fucked up, dude.
Shribbledy-dibbledy-doo.
But okay, cool. Yeah, video games.
Cool video games.
So we want to get into some. I love how under the fast food section you just have oats.
It is fast food.
It's
a fast food to make. Honestly, you boil a cup of water and then you throw the oats in.
I'll be like on Discord, and Max will be like, "I'm making the oats."
I'm creating oats right now.
I'm making oats.
It's good stuff. I recommend it. It's a good breakfast.
I eat oats every day.
A good brekkie.
Good daily breakfast.
Phenomenal brekkie.
Little bit of milk, peanut butter, blueberries. Goes crazy, folks. But yeah, dude, I haven't really watched any fucking movies lately. I watched Stranger Things, and that was pretty sick, but I don't think you guys have yet, so.
I saw Elvis.
You saw Elvis?
You guys have both seen Elvis.
How fucking good is that movie?
It was crazy. It was nuts.
Tom Hanks just running around like he has to sing the Santa Claus song.
Yeah.
There's a whole plot where like Elvis is like, I'm doing a comeback show and the kids are gonna like me again, and his manager thinks he's doing like a Christmas show.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, this doesn't look like Christmas. And it's like Elvis, like, just singing, just like doing normal shit.
Right. And then he like got sent to the army and shit. Like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Then he ate like peanut butter sandwiches.
There was like actual like legal, you know, what would you call it? I don't know. There was like a movement to get him arrested for like dancing like a black person.
Mm-hmm.
Tight.
Like that's real. That was real life.
So tight.
Yeah,
Dude,
he was like, yeah.
Yeah. Are there
Basically,
any?
yeah.
Things used to be worse.
Are there any Elvis mukbangs in the movie?
That's why we should be grateful for how things are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
we
I'm
should
saying.
be grateful. Are there any?
Things used to be worse.
Does Elvis do any mukbangs in the movie of
He does.
peanut butter sandwiches and
He's like,
fried
this is a
chicken?
50 chicken nugget.
Peanut butter
meal.
This is 50. I got 50 chicken nuggets right here.
I'm doing a McDonald's mukbang.
I'm gonna be spreading peanut butter on all my McDoubles. How are you?
You ain't nothing but a McDouble. I'm gonna be 10 of you.
With a large fry. Me and my friend Nicocado Avocado are right here.
I'm gonna eat a lot of McDonald's and ain't no worry. That's so funny. Did you see why did you see it? That's so funny.
Because my buddy whose place I was staying at, his girlfriend was going out of town, so they needed the place to bang. So I was like, I'll just go see a movie real quick.
Nice.
Oh, okay. You're like, what do you guys need? 2 hours and 40 minutes? Something like that? How much sex do you need to have? About 2 hours and 40 minutes worth?
I walked there. It was a good 20-minute walk, so I gave him like 3.5 hours.
So they got like a good 4 hours and a half?
Dude, they got 525,600 strokes in, it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Good for them.
If they're slow.
Like, hey, Tony, can you go see one of the various films that are out? Preferably in the 2 hour range. That's so funny. Did you see, what do you think of this Thor movie? It looks like ass.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll go see it just to be able to talk about it, but
yeah, same.
Yeah, no, it looks, I thought that from the very first trailer. I was like, this looks like not like high budget at all, but I assume it is.
Dude, it looks
so
like,
how do you,
shit.
Yeah.
Like the fucking color correction just looks like,
yeah.
It looks like a shitty Zack Snyder movie.
Right.
Like a way shittier, uncool, undedicated,
right? Yes.
Like unconfident version of a Zack Snyder movie.
That's
so
a very good way
one.
to put it. And everything's filmed in this fucking bubble, like technology, like projector things, you know, whatever those things are called. You know what I'm talking about. It's like a projector, but it's like
and
a
then
dome.
it's people like, Thor: Love and Thunder is a comedy. Don't go expecting it to be good. You are a fucking moron. A comedy's supposed to be good too, dumbass. Like,
yeah,
right.
Also, are we that starved for humor at this point that fucking superhero movies are comedies now? Like, that's just the comedy.
Right? Can they just be what they're supposed to be, which is like an insane action movie?
Can fucking Adam Sandler just pull Kevin James out of whatever fucking hole he's in right now and just release a shitty movie for us all to love?
We're just
I think they're doing that on Netflix.
What's on the Marvel? I mean, we're just gonna watch them dilute themselves into oblivion. Right?
Oh, wow.
What?
Marvel roadmap. Let me see.
Oh God, yeah.
Christ.
I don't even know. I think the next one that comes out after this is the Marvels. Captain Marvel 2.
I like Multiverse of Madness because it was like Sam Raimi was doing weird shit and it was like kind of dark and weird. I liked that. Thor: Love and Thunder just seems like it's it's trying to be a fucking Judd Apatow movie type shit.
Right.
And they got Fantastic Four, Captain America 4, Blade, Ironheart. So I guess a girl's gonna become Iron Man. Armor Wars, Wakanda Forever, X-Men 97.
That's a show, I think.
Spider-Man freshman year.
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Marvel Zombies. This just looks like absolute doggy doo-doo butt sauce.
I mean, I think a lot of those things have like they could easily be good movies, but they're just guaranteed not going to be because they have the way that they make movies and they're not going to deviate from it.
Yeah,
You know exactly
Phase
what you're
4 ends, I think, with Thor: Love and Thunder.
Does it?
I guess. I don't know. What's Marvel Phase 5? I just like, how long are they going to keep this going? You know, like this has been since 2007. You've been doing this shit. Like, you know?
Yeah, and all the cool characters
like
are gone now, and they
15
just have
years.
these. I don't know.
Yeah, we're starting to compare it to your own self. You know, It sounds like Phase 5. I get the sense it's going to be Fantastic Four and X-Men will probably be Phase 5, but
Yeah.
Oh God, I feel like Thor's got to be done after this, right? Like Thor.
Yeah.
He
Well,
falls. I'm assuming at the end of this movie he falls in love and he's done, right? Like,
or dies.
or dies, hopefully.
Made. Oh,
So wait, maybe this got pushed back because I thought Black Panther 2 was supposed to come out in 2020. I'm looking at a thing that says Black Panther 2 comes out. It's already out. It's July 8th, 2022. So I guess that got pushed back.
All right.
Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Armor Wars. Those are like Disney Plus. Quantumania.
This Ant-Man. Ant-Man 3.
Blade. Guardians 3. Fantastic Four. This just looks like fucking utter shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Well, you definitely know they're not going to do Blade right. Like they're not going to,
they're not gonna
make
do
it
any of
rated
this
R.
shit right. Yeah, exactly. It's just gonna be fucking ass. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fucking
And
ass.
the sort of just like, quippy comedy that, is the epitome of Love and Thunder is going to be like the sort of format moving forward.
Taika Waititi really fucking overrated, man. I can't say that enough.
In pretty much every way.
Hot take.
But Max, you mentioned Stranger Things. Did you finish all the episodes that are out?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's all.
How is it?
It's pretty good, man. It's just very clearly a preamble to season 5. Like it's
setup.
It's very much a setup season. Yeah. But
and Stranger Things season 5 comes out later this year or next year?
I think it comes out next year. Maybe 2024. I would hope just next year. Hold on. Stranger season 5 release.
I just know that season 4 they used Running Up the Hill by Kate Bush a lot, and then also Master of Puppets was used. And like I saw that honestly, like I saw a clip of the scene. I'm just like I like this show, but this looks really fucking dumb. I was like, I was like, oh, we gotta play Master of Puppets on guitar to like save the day. Oh, it's like
that's the thing is it wasn't even that. Like it's like it wasn't
even dumber.
No, it was like a distraction. But I mean, I don't know. It's fine. Like it's
serviceable.
Yeah, it's like,
I'll watch it.
I didn't hate it. Like the thing is just like the internet turns nothing into something. Like when Master of Puppets came on, I was like, okay. Like I don't care. This means nothing. This means there is no reason for anyone to feel anything here other than neat.
Yeah.
Neat. It's not like.
But then they drag it out into being like
this transformative expository like thing where it's just like the new generation will finally hear Metallica, and I'm like, anyone watching this show knows who Metallica is because the show isn't for children. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Necessarily even for children. It's pretty fucking dark, especially this season.
Yeah, like it's like a horror movie now.
Yeah, it's like motherfuckers are getting straight up gruesomely clapped. Like it's just not a kid's thing.
Yeah. That seems to be the vibe now. I would watch it. It's just hard for me to like want to dedicate that much time and attention I don't know. I want to watch it and keep up because I've watched 3 seasons of the show, so I want to catch up. But it's hard to justify the time spent when I could be playing Doom Eternal or watching My Hero Academia, which Tony watched probably 50 hours of in the last 2 weeks. It sounds
93 episodes. I think, or maybe 92.
You've got a problem.
That's absurd. Because
starting not this past Saturday, but the one before that. So I guess 9 days now.
So that's a roughly 30.6 hours of television. Because if you're saying that they're 20-minute episodes, yeah, you watched 30 hours. So it's kind of like going through 3 seasons of a 10-episode, hour-long show. So it's not that crazy, but
it's correct.
What got you so hooked, dude?
Well, I went out on a date with a lady, and we were talking about anime. And I was like, shit, I'll start watching one so I can talk to her about it. And then I just watched, picked that one, and I was like, wow, this is fire. This is fire.
This is fire.
And I immediately, this is fire. I immediately started watching, I probably watched the first day 10 episodes in a row. So
yeah, that first season is only 13 episodes. So
I ripped that in a day, pretty much. Yeah. And then
it continues to just get sick. There's an episode with Bakugo coming up that you're gonna see, and you get fired up watching him.
I'm excited because season 4 was a lot away from the class. It was a lot of new characters and the work study stuff, which is fine. But my favorite thing about it is the class and how many characters they are, and they all have a unique personality. And they're all growing up and
for me, I kind of I'm kind of tired of all right, half of a season's going to be this test we're doing. I kind of, which it's season 5 starting like that, but it seems like what they do a lot is they'll have 8 to 10 episodes where it's it's a class thing. Right, and then and then slowly outside shit will start appearing and getting involved. And then by the mid-season, there's this big finale, and then there's a switch over to another storyline for the when they switch the theme song halfway through. It seems
that's to signify a new arc, I guess.
But the arc that we're on now at the end of season 4 with fucking Endeavor fighting that big ass Nomu. Nomu. Are you watching it in subs or dubs?
Subs. I mean, I've watched a few in dubs, when I'm too tired to read. But most of them I've watched in subs.
Gotcha.
The voice acting in the dub is good. He's always young Midoriya and young Bakugo.
I can't even do it. I can't even watch it in the dubs because I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'm curious what young Bakugo does today.
No, it's nuts. He's I gotta do this.
And then Japanese is Midoriya Shonin.
Yeah, Midoriya Shonin. Yeah. No, it's incredibly cheesy dubbed, but
the pervy shit in it too is
right.
It's that one bubble kid, the fucking grape kid.
Yeah.
He's always your fucking tits. And it's all right.
You're fucking.
All right, we don't quite need that.
Yeah. I love when he was he's I took a poop this morning, so my balls are extra sticky. The ones that he pulls off his head. Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy how many, the season we're on now, it's you're seeing the class B powers. Right. And it's they have so many more powers, man.
Yeah, 20 more characters. It's insane.
Fucking absurd, dude.
It's insane how many characters this show has.
It's such a creative show in that respect.
Hell yeah.
Storytelling wise, for a lot of it is formulaic. Some of it's formulaic, but then it'll branch off. And all the shit with the Legion of Villains and All for One and that shit is that's what gets me hooked on the show. When it's just oh wow, our powers are getting stronger. That's cool, but it can be tedious to be have to wait for a battle to keep going.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know. I'm interested. I just want to see
But it doesn't feel like a
develop.
superhero show. That's what I like about it. It doesn't feel, because it's a world where everyone has quirks, everyone has powers. So it's like, it doesn't feel like some stupid Marvel, like everyone's got an origin story. It's like, no, it's like normal. And the origin stories are more closer to the ground. They're like, the parents doubted that they could use their quirk type shit. It's not like, they were hiding from the world and they're special and no one has quirks. It's like, it's way different. And all the quirks are so, it's like completely different from comics, because I feel like there's not this pressure that every character has to be good enough to justify their own comic book series. Like, that's what I like about it. That they're like so creative. Like the guy who just shoots tape out of his elbows.
Right.
Like, it's just like,
love that.
But then, they'll let these characters have their moment to shine. Like there's an episode soon where Invisible Girl fights some guy and beats the ever living fuck out of him. And we haven't seen her do shit for like 4 seasons, but she's been there. So it's cool in that way.
Yeah, no, I love like how, I think I explained it to you over text, but like the way the Lemillion has to use his power like halfway to get through a wall, because if he goes fully, what would you call that? He can pass through walls. So if he uses it all at once, he'll just fall through the ground. Yeah, permeation. Yeah. So he has to use it on like 1 foot and then slide over and turn it off and then like turn it on and then. But he does it really quick,
he's the best character in my opinion so far. He's my favorite.
He was they were like doing a rescue and he was like a helpless civilian like floating down a river and his like face was just spinning around in it. Yeah. He's like, oh man, I'm floating away. What am I gonna do? Yeah, he's great. Togato. Yeah, he's crazy. Togata.
Is that his name? Togato? Yeah.
It's his last. It's like Mirio Togata or Togato.
Togato. Mirio Togato.
Yeah, he's great. My favorite though is my favorite character I think is Tokoyami, the guy with the black bird head.
Yeah, that dude's weird.
Dark Shadow.
Dark Shadow. Yeah. Can't stop us sparkling. We were watching that episode. Can't stop us twinkling. There's an episode where he says that shit. And it's
yeah. He has like so with the naval laser.
Yeah, naval. That guy's also my other favorite.
Yeah, Aoyama.
Especially when he becomes friends with Midoriya.
Yeah, and you at first you're like, he's like, finally Aoyama started showing his full color or his true colors, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? But he just like laid cheese out on his balcony, and he's like, I know about your power.
Yeah. I know about your power.
And now every time they talk, he's like, you haven't been eating enough cheese. The show is funny. Like,
it's a funny ass show for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Ida also is fucking funny as fuck, dude.
Ida, yeah, I love Ida.
He has a crazy moment in one of these recent episodes. Yeah, he has a text me when you get to it, because it's like it is like that is the most, dude. They'll randomly save like the fire animation for like certain moments where it's like it's like trippy. It's like they're particleizing, like they're moving so quickly. It's like it's almost like they don't have outlines. Like they're just colors and shapes moving so fast.
Yeah,
it's so dope.
Man,
if anyone's listening, that's a really good anime to dive into. Is My Hero Academia.
I think it's especially like a good starter anime, like a first anime for someone to watch, because like it's got a ton of characters and it's like relatively lighthearted, but it has some serious moments and it's funny too. It's
got a good arc story.
Right. It's easy to follow.
It's funny.
Like, yeah. So
yeah, man.
I'm sure like anime elitists like would scoff or like roll their eyes at us like praising the show, but like
a lot of the anime heads I've talked to have said that they like it a lot.
Okay.
I think it's just it's obviously very popular, so it's like not obscure or anything, but
right.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. I'm gonna keep watching it. I'm on episode like 98, I think, so I'll keep watching.
It goes to 113.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a new episode. There's new episodes coming out this fall. So
when is that? Do we know the date?
Very clean.
Let's see. MHA season 6 release date October.
Oof, man.
which is crazy.
It's gonna be fun watching it weekly.
Yeah, that'll be cool. All right, folks. Let's take this
Quick
is an
cue.
email we got all the way back on June 1st. So we will give this. Okay, this is from Daniel Santiago. Oh, sorry, I read your whole name, but whatever.
Daniel-san.
Daniel-san. Subject reads mid-email 3, the redemption question mark. Hey guys. Damn, I have like a pimple or something on like the bridge of my nose. Well, like it shit made my eyes water. Anyways, hey guys, it's Dan again. 24-year-old Dan, ellipses. So I'm emailing to redeem myself and also to defend my point. I don't think I made it clear that I did like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Oh, okay. I think I remember this now. I think I fell subject to hearing too much hype. I heard from multiple people that it is one of the best movies they've ever seen. Hearing that going into the movie, I was scared to be underwhelmed, but I truly was trying to get my socks blown off. I think my problem resides in the fact that I was expecting a twist or for me to have a revelation during the movie. But I think Max made a great point. The message is that genuine and simple. I think when I started to understand the meaning of the movie, I was expecting it to reveal an epiphany in my way of thinking about life. Since it didn't introduce anything new, I dismissed the movie. I know I don't need to defend myself, but I will because you guys thought I was 16. Lol. That shit hurted. I honestly did get emotional when Evelyn was talking to suave guy Raymond and she found out he would have loved to be with her in even the most simplest of lives. That was beautiful. As someone who just had a 5-year anniversary with their girlfriend, that scene really hit home. I cannot relate to the mother-daughter, but I understand the significance that it could have for people that would want to strengthen a relationship with a parent. But once again, I stand by my point that the random goofy side universe with hot dog fingers and Rakakuni took me out of it. I know it may be a tad of the nihilism in me, but I would have been fine with the Rock universe ending. Seemed peaceful. Anyway, sorry for the long ass email. P.S. I have no clue who the next Kendrick could be. I was just hoping you guys could put me on. Also, unironically, Childish Gambino and Radiohead are two of my favorite artists. All right, well, I'm not touching that last bit, but yeah, I mean, cool. Yeah, I got nothing to really say about any of that.
I mean, yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Rakakuni stuff and the hot dog finger stuff, like it was a testament to like, you know, how they were able to nail like comedy and just like hitting home emotionally at the same time. Like that was a feat that they accomplished, you know?
I think I think this just boils down to a classic case of it didn't hit, and that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
If something
I get it though.
Like
I get the criticism because, you know, that movie's kind of Rick and Morty-ish, you know, and it's like that thing where it's like, whoa, isn't this so random? Like I get it. But for me, the way it was just like, I don't know, it worked emotionally for me. I can understand it being like a little too goofy and cutesy.
Yeah.
But
I definitely had a moment where I was like, this is a bit wait, what? Like I had the moment of like, is this rated R? Like I can't tell like what what the target audience for this is, and then I just kind of like was like, I started to take it seriously, and then I was like, nah, I can't do that. Then I won't like it. It's like I just it's just like I think it was just like a willful decision to not like let myself get carried away by it personally.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it was like I saw it the one time I was drunk and high and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then I saw it the second time and shit ripped. It made sense to me. Like I was able to kind of know what I was expecting going in, and then seeing it again, I really appreciated it for what it was. And I just think that movie's spectacular. And, you know, even if it's overrated by some people or whatever, I think as it stands, that movie in and of itself, it's like, it does a great job, and it is emotionally very potent. And I think that's the most important part for me, is that it's very touching, which movies just aren't anymore. People don't know how to make you feel something watching a movie anymore. And that to me is a big part. We got another email here that's concerned. 3 exclamation points in the subject line. This comes to us from Danielle. I don't know who Scott Jim is, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Asking anyways. Danielle. P.S. I feel like you guys savagely roasted that guy who disliked everything everywhere, and he will likely never recover. Well, he did.
So from Danielle to Daniel, right? She says sorry, and I don't.
Yeah, right. I don't apologize.
No, but
no surrender.
Scott Jim is he's Jason Bateman.
It's more of a lifestyle than anything.
He's an idea, kind of like the bat symbol.
Right, yeah.
He's a thought. He's really just an idealized version of a person.
Yeah, the thing we're on now is Gorilla Brain. Ziegler Monster. we were laughing about that.
Reject Scott Jim, embrace Gorilla Brain.
I love getting Gorilla Brain
from my wife.
From my wife. I don't want to disrespect Ziegler Monster because he'll rip me in half.
No, I fucking love that dude.
It's just the idea of him asking his wife for Gorilla Brain before going to work. Absolutely no disrespect, man. If you feel disrespected, I'll apologize and cease my jokes immediately. But
absolutely,
we were just laughing really hard, just be like, Gorilla Mine. There's a chemical in Gorilla Mine called Gorilla Brain. And also how there's a company called Wild Brain.
Yeah, because that's really where it all came from.
Wild Brain Industry. She gives me wild brain. Gorilla Brain.
It's just the Gorilla Dome. Gorilla Dome.
Gorilla Brain.
Getting crazy Gorilla Dome.
The way I get my gains is I get Gorilla Brain for everywhere.
On my way to the gym, I pick up some Gorilla Brain on the side of the road.
I eat a Gorilla Brain protein bar.
While receiving Gorilla Dome.
While getting the finest Gorilla Dome. Anyways.
That's what we're on now.
Yeah, we're on that.
Yeah, so Scott Jim is out, Gorilla Brain is in.
This is another long ass email from easily the most frequent writer-inner of the Woken Boke Friendship Militia. This comes from Jack. And then we'll end the show after this. It says, "Hello, Bokers. Was listening to Jaded yesterday, and the sentiment of being able to follow Odd Future's path from start to now is similar to how I feel about this pod and Jaded." Okay, don't know where he's coming from. The Bokers and the Jaded guys are obviously doing different things. But regardless, I feel so lucky to have gotten into both of them when I did. Conversations on both pods roll from heavy and important to silly, goofy, fun so seamlessly. Nothing is overwhelming. The laughs come effortlessly, and there's something incredibly therapeutic about being able to be a part of such a fun conversation without having to actively participate in it. You three have given me countless laughs over some of the most difficult years of my life. So thanks for that. I've emailed many times, and he's sent an email after this one too.
Hell yeah.
But I don't think I've expressed my gratitude for just being consistently entertaining. Well, I'm very glad you feel that way, man. I'm glad we're entertaining because sometimes it feels like we're just screaming into the void here. We like that because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're indifferent to that, but that is generally how we feel about the show. Tony, we missed you last week. This comes from like June 8th, so this is. How many more weddings to go? ? Max, still waiting on your kinkiest desires. I'm being cheeky. No need to answer. LOL. Connor, can you give your local Woken Boke listeners an inside scoop of a future Jaded guest, or could you tell us a couple of dream guests for the pod? Kindly and with great admiration, Jack. P.S. My dad watches Ozark, and I introduced him to the Scott Jim joke, and he had a good laugh.
Nice.
P.S. My mom has been talking about how she wants to do a monthly segment with you called Mom Talk. Do with that information what you will. In terms of Jaded, I would just say anyone and everyone could possibly, well, not everyone, or really anyone, but we could have some crazy guests. That's all I'm going to say. We've had Zach Fox. Nick Coletti, Malik Shakur, and we have another guest coming up on episode 7. So keep your eyes out for that. And he is hilarious. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to Jaded. Thank you, Jack. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
As far as one more wedding to go this year.
There you go.
In
you have one more in November?
Yeah, in November. It's in Houston though. So
nice.
Oh, okay.
My coworker. Yeah.
Max?
Yeah, and then to answer your question to me, Gorilla Brain.
Getting a heaping of Gorilla Brain.
Gorilla Brain.
So there's your answer, Jack.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of which is from Jack. Emails left. We'll save those, but folks, do appreciate so much you guys listening. Keep writing in. We'll keep reading them. Glad that Tony was back for this one. And if you guys have any recommendations for like shows or movies we should watch or things to talk about, write in as well.
Yeah.
And subscribe on the YouTube and follow on the Spotify for the audio version. And we love y'all.
Thanks a lot.
Woke and Boke forever, motherfuckers.
Please leave here out.
Peace.
Peace.